Disclaimer, this video is meant for parody purposes and nothing is valid as it's all for fun and games. However, if you do get hurt, then, point proven.
お前だろボケ
In the world of mobile games, there are certain types of categories that you can have your choosing of. For instance, you have your Candy Crush, your Rise of Kingdoms, your, dare I say,
Raid Shadow Legends
and your annoying storytelling games. But the one that I'm talking about today is none other than Mobile Legends. The lovely 5v5 battle arena that totally isn't a knockoff of League of Legends. And in case you don't know what Mobile Legends is, here's the Wikipedia page, cause
ain't nobody got time for that.
Moving on. In short, there's a total of 5 different players on each team who each control their own character, known as a hero. Each hero is classified into one of 6 categories: marksman, assassin, mage, support, fighter, and tank. Now, each hero has their own abilities that make things complicated and beneficial to both sides, and usually, you can guess what each person is like based on the type of hero they normally pick to battle with. So, today we're gonna play the game of
What your favorite Mobile Legends character says about you.
Now, personally, I like to roll with Kimmy, aka the Nerf Queen herself, aka Moonton's black sheep of the Marksman family. So obviously, I love struggling and losing because I hate myself. Disclaimer, if you're already offended and heated and trying to tell me that I suck, you're probably right. Anyways, first up, if your favorite hero to use is
Harley.
Chances are you love being a troll mid-match to both teams. You probably also loved Suicide Squad and thought Jared Leto was the best Joker ever. You probably also never take the blame whenever you die first in a team fight because, well, you're usually the one that started it. Truth be told, I've never come across an Elite Harley gaming video or anything of that sort. Genuinely, leave a comment or link down below because I'd love to see a mini clown murder an entire team of heroes, which kind of speaks volumes. Anyways, next up we have
Leslie.
the most common and annoying hero that there is. Chances are if you pick Leslie as your favorite hero, you probably had 1 or 2 good games in Classic, constantly destroy the AI multiple times, while also flexing that you've reached expert, thinking you're a god at the game. You also are someone who's afraid to expand your horizons and constantly refuse to learn any other heroes, simply because Leslie's the best, she's OP, and is a sniper with a freaking eye patch. Which makes total sense, but you know, it's all love on this side. There's also a chance that in higher ranked matches, you'll throw the match just because someone else didn't let you MM. Usually by feeding, taking teammates' buffs, or letting the other team get lowered because they should all feel your pain. Side note, it makes complete sense that these two are siblings. The next one is someone near and dear to the breed of Leslie players, and that is
Irithel.
Chances are, if Irithel is your favorite hero, you most likely think you're above everyone on your team, even though you have the lowest win rate. You're probably prone to being very violent. They're also not the brightest players, as most of the time, they'll turret dive and generally not see the problem with it, and often get reported by using profanity or being a negative player. To go along with that, much like Leslie players, Irithel favorites will mostly complain the entire match, or try and flex how they should have been MM so they could carry. Because everyone knows you're only one Irithel away from reaching Mythic rank. Up next we have another drum roll please. A trio! Well, to be more specific, Cecilian, Carmela, and Alice. Chances are, if any of these are your favorite type of hero, you most likely never got over the fact that Twilight ended, and are still proudly supporting Team Edward to this day. or at least have an unhealthy diet of watching the trilogy over and over again. Except for this scene. This scene is cool. Yes. You won't complain about the match should you lose, but you most likely hate the resentment you get whenever you get flamed for doing bad with such an OP hero. You probably also like to bite people and hope to one day wake up with pale skin and fight off werewolves because you're quirky like that. Or because it's another TikTok trend, I don't know, Cecile just gives off really bad e-boy vibes. It could be either one. He totally pulls it off. Speaking of Twilight, that brings us to our next hero.
Roger.
If this guy is your favorite hero, you're either a real skinwalker, off I have ashes, or someone who's violently obsessed and believes that on all counts, except physical, they're a wolf. Now, Roger favorites are a tricky breed. They won't complain or flame others unless they're provoked, usually in the form of bad insults, second grade level grammar, or blaming the famous lag for their shit performance. However, most Roger players don't know what teamwork is, what gather for team fight means, or even what request for backup means. However, one of the more annoying things about Roger players is that most of the time they expect you to quote hyper carry them. And usually if they do poor, it's kind of the entire team's fault, as they like to say. They'll also likely take your buff and genuinely not see the problem with it.
You have been slain.
But on the other hand, a decent Roger can be a major problem for any team, can help turn the tide, and can help win if done properly. They will steal solo. A lot. It's just in their nature. Next, and last but not least, we have...
Harith. Nana.
Now, chances are, if either of these two are your favorite hero, you're probably a furry, or super into lollies. I don't make the rules, I'm just stating facts. In all seriousness, both of these characters are pretty annoying to go against. Usually the type of people to pick these types of heroes are the ones that like to imitate animal sounds and wear cat ears for fun. Or at least have shirts that look like this and genuinely think it's still the cutest thing ever. However, players of this caliber are also a hit or miss. On one hand, Harith can be really useful and help change the tide of battle, or he can dive right into a team fight and easily be massacred, while screaming that they had no support and that the rest of the team is hot garbage, even though you were the one screaming for everyone to just retreat. Nana, on the other hand, is annoying to go against because she literally turns everyone into a walking furry. There's nothing more annoying than beating the absolute shit out of her only to get caught by that thing and become fodder for the enemy team. But it is very helpful when it is on your side. However, in the end, both heroes are pretty good, and often aren't used enough in my opinion. And with that, we've reached the end of our show for today. Tune in next time to
What your favorite Mobile Legends character says about you.
Now. If you'll excuse me, I have some games to lose. Thank you very much, best of luck to you in the new season, and good night. Thank you guys for checking out today's video. It was a lot of fun to make, and if you guys want more, please be sure to comment and like this video down below. Also, if anybody is down for a few games, simply add me and say you're from YouTube, at ShazamIam, of course. Anyways, that's about all I have for you guys today. Stay safe and sound, and we'll see you in the next video. Later. I will say there have been a few incidents where an Irithyll has carried a few games, so likely there are some rare players out there who just have a knack for her. It's just a matter of finding them, really.